Hello and welcome to the Gingerbets Golf Betting Weekly Insights YouTube video. This week I have 4 outright selections to bring you in this podcast, so stay tuned for the next 5 minutes where I will cover off my 4 outright picks and the reasons why. But before we get there, a bit of housekeeping. If you are enjoying the content, then please do like and subscribe in the button below. It would be great to get some more views, some more subscribers, and some more members to the Golf Betting Weekly newsletter that is sent out, which I'm sure many of you are accessing this YouTube video from. If you have found this video from the YouTube search engines itself, then please do go over to gingerbets.substack.com. That's gingerbets.substack.com, where you can register to get the latest weekly emails that contain much more than just the outright tips that you're going to get in the next 3 or 4 minutes of this video. So let's get straight to it. The Valspar Championship taking place this week. I've got 4 outright tips for you, and they come to you surprisingly at the top of the market. I don't often play all my tips at the top of the market, but this week I'm fairly confident that the players that are going to contend fall in that 50 to 1 and below category. If you don't fancy any of these and you are shooting for the moon and you do want a big payout come Sunday evening, then you can always have a speculative bet on the 3 big price selections that I've put forward in this week's newsletter. Right, headline selection this week, I can't get away from it. It is Justin Thomas. Let me tell you why. He's available at 9 to 1 and JT fits everything. He was 10th here on debut. He's had 3 goes at this event, a 10th and 18th and a missed cut. He is first in strokes gained in the last 50 rounds on the PGA Tour. He is first in approach play. He is 5th in strokes gained around the green, and these are key elements this week. The player that wins this tournament is going to have exquisite iron play, because iron play is what determines whether you win and take home the trophy on Sunday evening or you do not. It is all about iron play this week, and which isn't always the case, position off the tee. So length isn't as important this week as it is many a week on the PGA Tour, and I think that plays into JT's strength. As he tries to bomb the ball off the tee, he gets erratic and he sprays it left and right, and therefore that is when his game starts to fall apart. This week he won't have those challenges. He can play conservatively off the tee and let his world-class iron play take over. So the headline selection this week, without a shadow of doubt, Justin Thomas. He's available 9 to 1. Second, coming at you, 33 to 1. This player is another player that suits short courses. Let me tell you about him. He's 5th in fairways gained over the last 50 PGA Tour rounds. That's a really important statistic this week. You're going to have to be playing from the fairway to be successful. So as I've pointed out in my weekly newsletter, I've taken that into consideration, and this player lies 5th in overall fairways gained off the tee in the last 50 rounds. In addition to that, he's 4th in par 4 scoring from 400 to 450 yards. Guess what? There's 7 holes in that length this week, or around that length, should I say. Please excuse me. He's 7th in my overall model, which is promising because he's not 7th in the betting. And in the last 6 of his last 7 events, he's gained strokes with the flat stick, and that is not his strength when you listen to most people. You're thinking, who is it? I've tipped him before. I'm going to be on him when he gets his breakthrough PGA Tour win. Second selection of the week, 33 to 1, Abraham Ancer. I'm going to quickly move on to the third selection of the week. He's in a similar price band, and this guy, he actually tops my models this week. I'm not sure why, I had to rerun them, but he comes out top, and that's because he has, let me tell you, 6 of the last 7 events he's gained with a flat stick. 18 of the last 20 events he has gained strokes on the field with approach play, and iron play is key this week. He ranks 3rd in par 4 scoring from 400 to 450 yards. As I've just said, 7 of those holes this week. 2nd in proximity over the last 50 rounds on the PGA Tour to the hole. What is not to like about this week's third selection? 35 to 1, top of the shop, Russell Henley, he's my third selection this week, and probably going to be my most confident pick. Well, say most confident, my biggest payout in terms of my staking. I will go level stakes across all of the players that I'm backing this week, and he will be the biggest return for me. So that's the one I'll be cheering on most, and I hope you are too. The fourth and final selection, I want to wrap this up in the next 40 seconds. So it is Sungjae Im. Sungjae Im is my fourth and final selection of the week. He was fourth on debut last year. He gained strokes at the RCB Heritage last week, or 2 weeks back now. He gained 3.5 strokes on the field with his iron play. Prior to that, though, the key part of his game is iron play, which has stood him in, helped elevate his status on the PGA Tour and get him talked about by many. He's been off form in the last 6 weeks. However, I'm happy with a break and the return at the RCB Heritage to give him a chance at 30-1 this week to dial back in with those irons, because the other parts of his game are in fine fettle. He has gained strokes put in 7 of his last 7 events. It might actually be 8, because in the strokes gained off the tee, he's gained strokes off the tee in all of his last 8 events, and they are good statistics to have on side this week when you are looking to find the winner. A player that finds fairways, a player that's finding gaining strokes with his approach play, and a player that's putting well. What is not to like? And I always think that Sonny is underrated by the market. So the fourth and final selection this week will be Sonny Im. Just to recap the 4 outright picks: JT, Abraham Answer, Russell Henley, and Sungjae Im. As ever, if you are liking the content, please like and subscribe below. I'll be grateful to get a few more subscribers. But more importantly, get yourself over to the email list, gingerbets.substack. That's gingerbets.substack.com. Sign up to the weekly newsletter. Get loads more insights other than what you're just getting here on this 6 or 7 minute video, and you will improve your golf betting without a shadow of a doubt. If nothing else, be good. Thank you for listening. Take care and good luck. Remember, bet like the minority, bet like Ginger.